Greetings everyone, this is Mar, and once again this is my opinion. As you can tell from the title up there, it is another random episode of Mar's Thoughts, the little occasional series where I give my thoughts on some recent news in the entertainment business, whether TV, movie, literature, etc. As a little literature note before I continue, I just acquired the Game of Thrones novel, Fire and Blood. I don't know when I'll get around to reading it because I'm currently in the middle of rereading the Silmarillion, which will be one of my next literature reviews. I mean, I still got two others I gotta get around to doing. One I might just do an off-the-cuff one, and the other one probably be a sit-down and give my thoughts one, but we'll see how time allows. Now, the first piece of business, as the title suggests, is giving my thoughts on the latest Steven Universe news. We got two furs. One, a list of episode titles dropped recently, and a trailer for the next Steven Bomb dropped. I will give my thoughts on the trailer first. This trailer contains a lot of old footage with narration, and near the end it's spliced in with some random footage from the newer episode. And we get to see that apparently gems have saunas as well and can sweat. It's one of those things that's like, wait a minute, if they're technically weird light projections from a rock, how can they sweat? And then of course the another part of my brain is going, don't question the logic. You'll just get confused. Besides they're diamonds, diamonds can probably sweat. Another thing is we get to see Blue getting a little sassy about Garnet. Garnet? It calls itself a garnet? And then of course Garnet's reaction like, Arr. I guess that shows there's still a little bit of animosity between them. They're probably being semi-cordial, mainly because, or at least on Blue Diamond's end, because technically Garnet is quote-unquote friends with Steven/Pink. So in that regard, I don't think Blue would do anything. It could also be that technically, since they're part of a group, that indirectly Garnet is technically now a part of Pink Diamond's court, so, you know, Pink deals with her. And also probably her just being a little snarky because half of Garnet interrupted her court. So there's going to be that. Who knows? Maybe their relationship will be like that. Maybe it'll improve by the end. It's one of those things that'll be interesting to watch as the episodes unfold. Another little thing that we saw from that, and from the poster that dropped beforehand, which is going to be the little thing you're going to see in this video. We get to see Steven in his mother's outfit. When I first saw the poster, that was the first thing that caught my mind. Like, wow, he's really wearing the outfit. And like a lot of you, I was thinking, is this just because he's going to have another flashback where he himself is in Pink's position and he actually visualizes himself wearing the outfit this time? But no, it looks like he's going to be wearing it to take care of some diamond business. And it looks like his main goal is to try to get through to White Diamond, because Yellow and Blue he has gotten through to a point. They fully don't understand him yet, but it looks like they're going to at least try to. At least based on what we see in the first episode that's going to drop in the bomb, the one that we already saw, Legs from Here to Homeworld. I already have a review of that up on the channel, so if you want to go and watch it, just scroll through the videos until you find it. It's the last Steven Universe related video before this one. Another little thing we see on the poster that we don't see in the trailer is that Connie gets her hands on a new sword. Whether she finds an existing one or Steven has it made for her, it's anyone's guess, but it'll probably come into play near the end based on what these episode synopsises are giving me. The second episode of The Bomb, which is going to debut on Christmas Eve, is called Familiar, and the synopsis reads, with many changes going on in his life, Steven tries to find his place in the world. Based on that, I would guess that this episode is about Steven settling into life on Homeworld, learning the routines, talking a little bit with Yellow and Blue about White Diamond and why she just seems so condescending and so, for lack of a better terminology, soccer momish. Because I got that vibe about her, how she's the overbearing soccer mom that wants her daughter to do everything right, and if she rebels, she's going to humor a little bit, but still going, as long as you do in your place, you're fine, my dear. And of course, White Diamond did it in such a creepy manner that just get that one picture of her face and it's like, White Diamond scares me. She creeps me out. Doesn't scare me, but you get that vibe. It's like, okay, this is creepy. He's gonna settle down for life as a diamond, just try to live up to his mother's legacy and figure out some stuff, as we saw some other shots in the trailer of him doing stuff, so that should be interesting. Next episode is called Together Alone. going to be New Year's Eve. Steven throws a party to bring his family together. This is going to probably involve a couple of those scenes as well, him planning to throw a party together. Blue and Yellow will easily go. Blue more so because she seems to want to support Pink in any way now, or at least humor her more. Yellow probably will come just to see what Steven has in mind. Like, alright, if you could somehow get all four of us together, I'll go along with it. And White will probably just go to humor her, just to see what Steven is doing. But I have a feeling it's going to end in the same type of manner, with White just going, oh, this is cute, this is cute, little Starlight, but I got more important Diamond things to be doing, so bye. And this is probably going to be when Steven's going to try to get her to go, hey, how about us fix the gems? No, I got better things to do. Next episode is called Escapism. Steven uses his psychic powers to find help. I'm going to guess based on this that Steven sees that he's not getting through to her and probably figures he'll want to go home for one reason or another. Either because he needs to regroup or because he has a feeling that they were not going to let him leave and he has no other option to try to get away. And there's one of two options he's probably going to reach out to. He's probably going to reach out towards the gems on Earth, which of course, if we know Bismuth, she's going to try to build a ship and Peridot will fly because she wants to get her revenge on those Diamond Clods. The other option, of course, probably a little bit more likely considering they already have a ship, is Captain Lars, Mr. Boing, and the Off-Colors, which, if they're the ones that come and rescue Steven, I think White Diamond's going to blow her lid. Not only is Pink leaving again, but she's leaving with quote-unquote off-color scum. That will probably get her, at least show the closest to rage that we've seen her. She might even try to do some corruption stuff. And this might lead to another thing we see on the poster of Blue and Yellow using their powers, but that also could be a little hint about the previous battle. But considering that that episode is not part of the bomb, this could also be them using their powers again, more so because the look on Blue's face looks like one of sadness and like a... And the last episode is called Battle of Heart and Mind, and it says Steven faces his biggest challenge yet. Out of all the synopsises, this is the most vague, so there's a lot of wiggle room on what could happen in this episode, but I have a feeling this is going to be a final confrontation with White Diamond to try to get through to her and try to escape, partially. Whether Steven succeeds or not is anyone's guess, but I have a feeling if he succeeded in talking down Blue and Yellow, he will probably succeed in talking down White. It'll just be a more difficult challenge, but if Steven shows he's up for it, and probably at this point he might be able to finally access a lot of his diamond powers consciously, because up until now he's only been able to do his shield and the bubble consciously. So the more psychic ones, he'll probably be able to access them after this without having to be under great strain. We'll probably see him learning how to do that over the course of some of these episodes, so this will be the culmination of that arc, hopefully. And after this, it'll probably go into the end of the season, and we might hopefully get some indication of what's going to happen with the movie. Like, maybe we'll find out that the rumor about that one gem from the Comic-Con trailer is Red Diamond. We might actually find that out. And if that is also true and she is Red Diamond, maybe we'll also find out if Pink was a failed Red Diamond, and that's why she's smaller than the other ones, technically being an off-color diamond. If so, that would be interesting to go. That might explain a lot of things. That might explain why Yellow thought she wasn't ready. Might explain White's attitude, even though she keeps her around because she's also a diamond and has that motherly attitude towards her. Might also explain why Blue wants to just hold on to Pink/Steven and not let her go. A lot of things that could happen. You never know. Some of it might never be shown. It's just speculation, or as a certain wrestler personality would say, rumor and innuendo. Now, the other piece of news I'm going to talk about in this video is the trailer that just dropped, and that is for Once Upon a Deadpool, the PG-13 edit of Deadpool 2. As many of you know, I loved Deadpool 2. I actually liked it better than the first one, because the first one, some aspects of it didn't age as well since I saw it in theaters, but Deadpool 2 I still do enjoy. I haven't seen the extended cut yet, so I don't know how that one looks, but I still love the original cut. Now this, I do agree with my friend Mike and a couple others that this is just a cash grab as a result of the merger. between Fox and Disney. Now, I don't view it in entirely the same light after that. I know a couple of them fear that it's probably just Disney testing the waters to see if it works, and if they make a lot of money, they're going to try to make the future solo films all PG-13. I wouldn't go that far entirely. I will admit it is a possibility, but I think it more likely them testing the waters to see if Deadpool could work in a PG-13 environment, to try to shoehorn him into some of the MCU films and some other crossover films. Which, of course, we know he can. I mean, he's in some of the cartoons, so it could work. You just got to make the lines witty and then throw in some meta humor. Like, there's that one that people have been talking about for years where he's trying to do the one F-bomb someone else steals, and he's like, oh, damn it. Now, that said, this is a cash grab, undoubtedly. And as a full feature-length film, it should not be. It sounds like something more that you would do as like a short little film before another film as a gag, as a big meta gag. Kind of like how the teaser trailer for Deadpool 2 was its own thing. It didn't show any footage. It was its own meta thing with Deadpool in there hyping it up. That's what this should be. Like, it should be something that you should do for the home video release. Put it as a feature or put it before another Marvel film to try to hype up Deadpool 2's DVD release, or the fact that Deadpool 3 is in the making. Shouldn't be its own little thing. Now, that said, the meta way they're going for, it seems, to try to make it PG-13 is that Deadpool is telling the story to Fred Savage, a la The Princess Bride. Of course, he's tied up this time and not sick. And he's obviously going to be editing out the parts that would make it R, which could be funny. That's one of the few things about this I'm looking forward to. But I will say this, the jokes we see from those aspects of the film in the trailer, first parts made me laugh, but the thing that Fred Savage shot back at Deadpool, it's like, really? We're going to a Nickelback joke, really? That's the Diet Coke of band jokes. And as an aside, I think that more people make fun of Nickelback just because it's the hip thing to do than they actually hate them. Because I personally don't get why people hate Nickelback all the time. I mean, it's true, they're not the best rock band, but they're not the worst. I mean, I like a handful of their songs. It's one of those things that, like, to quote John Travolta from a certain movie with De Niro, I don't get it. But anyway, the film, just a cash grab, unneeded, and would work better as a short. I don't plan on seeing it in theaters right away. If I do, if I probably do, I'm probably going to use my free ticket for the cheap theater if it goes there. Or probably wait for a matinee day after a couple weeks. Or try to use some of my points at Regal to use a free ticket to see it so I don't waste money on it. If I don't see it then, I'll probably just wait for it to hit the dollar rentals, rent it, and then take it back. Or maybe wait for it to hit Netflix, or if it does before Disney pulls everything and goes back to their own site. Because if I do spend money on this, I don't want to spend as much as possible, because it's like, unneeded. And I have a feeling the only good aspect about it is going to be whatever stuff from the original cut they can retain without the rating changing. And possibly some of the humor from Ryan Reynolds, because he's usually the heart and soul of a lot of these, but it's just unneeded. And I wonder just how much they paid Ryan to do this, and if he did this kicking and screaming, or if he did it just to humor people, or they pulled the whole contract thing. It'd be an interesting thing to ask him off the record, because on the record, I think he probably wouldn't be fully honest about it. But off the record, I think he'd be a little bit more open to telling people what he knows about it. But here's what it is, contracts and all. Because the mouse wants his goddamn money! Anyway, that concludes this episode of Mar Talks. You guys stay tuned to the channel. Those of you who have subscribed, try to push that little bell notification. I mainly ask that because I have over 600 subscribers, yet the view count does not betray that all the time. But then again, that's YouTube and its ever-changing algorithm for you. It's weird. People wonder why people complain a lot about it. It has changed a lot since I started. I mean, it just seemed like it went like that, and all of a sudden my view count started to decrease. Just weird. Now, other than the things I mentioned at the beginning, other videos coming down the pipe, I do have that nostalgic Christmas special video I'm going to be doing. Hopefully it'll be up between now and Christmas. If it's after Christmas, I apologize. I also plan on doing a fan read of a certain Dr. Seuss Christmas classic.